Hello listeners. Welcome back to Storytime FM. In this video we will be exploring r/AskReddit. Which famous saying isn't really true in your opinion? Let's jump right in. In Poland we have a stupid saying that goes, "Only the guilty one explains himself." Don't know if there's an English equivalent. Let's see what some other people wrote. Do what you love and the money will follow. I did what I loved for almost 20 years. The money did not follow. I'm sweating like a pig. Pigs don't sweat. That's why they roll in mud to cool off. Everything happens for a reason. I can't prove this is wrong, but I have a suspicion. There's no such thing as a bad student, or follower, only a bad teacher, or leader. I've been all of the above, and there definitely are bad students and bad followers. Let's see what some other people wrote. At least things can't get any worse. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Love means never having to say you're sorry. No. No, no, no. Love means always saying you're sorry when you make your partner feel bad. I mean, a lot of famous sayings contradict each other. Do birds of a feather flock together, or do opposites attract? Is it out of sight, out of mind, or does absence make the heart grow fonder? Also, my mom always told me, quit while you're ahead. But my dad always said, quitters never win, so now I'm not sure how to end this game of Monopoly. Here are some more comments I found. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. True at times, but definitely not always the case. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Nope, it might leave you traumatized for the rest of your life. There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee. That says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again. George W. Bush. Good things come to those who wait. Patience is definitely a virtue, however it simply cannot and should not be applied on everything. Striking while the iron is hot has proven to be much more to the point for me than being patient. Let's take a look at some other comments. Wisdom comes with age. Wisdom is not a rite of passage. It does not arrive automatically if you live long enough. Wisdom comes with experience and true reflection. More often than not, old age turns up on its own. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. In my experience, distance makes the heart move on. Edit. Another variation of this saying is, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I've heard both. I think in this context absence and distance are similar. The meaning isn't specifically physical distance. Opposites attract. Not in my experience. Every opposite I found made me yearn for things in common. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady will finish, but not win. Here are some more comments I found. The customer is always right. No, they not. If you have to quote this to anyone who works in customer service, you are probably an asshole. Edit. The explanation of the original quote meaning makes sense. It's a shame that the bastardized version is now used as a weapon by people with huge senses of entitlement to get one over minimum wage workers. If you murder a murderer, the number of murderers in the world stays the same. Like, what if you had been a murderer prior to killing him? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. Albert Einstein 1. That is not the definition of insanity 2. Albert Einstein didn't say it. Love conquers all. Update. It does not. Here are some more comments I found. I before E except after C. Weird. Do what you love and you will never work a day in your life. Complete BS. I run a high-end photography studio. I work 60+ hours a week. I wear all the hats. Do I love it? Yes. Do I work my ass off? Also yes. Money won't make you happy. Good things come to those who wait. In my experience, nobody really believes that, and the only people who will ever say that to you are actually actively taking things from you. Let's see what other comments there are. Happy wife, happy life. I love my wife and family, but I don't base my entire happiness and self-worth on my wife's happiness. In our house, we prefer happy spouse, happy house. Everyone gets what they deserve. And any of its related phrases. People that do bad things never get their comeuppance, and people that do good things don't get rewarded. All the time. No smoke without fire. So many. The customer is always right. Do what you love and you'll never work a day. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. In general. Most sayings are so trite and faulty. I also hate the onslaught of irrational, inspirational quotes. A flower does not consider the flower next to it, it simply blooms, cool. But we have frontal lobes and shit. Let's see what some other people wrote. God will never give you more than you can handle, not true. Every suicide and mental health crisis is evidence of the contrary. The heart wants what the heart wants. No kidding. As an adult you learn self-control. Life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get. 1. You are getting chocolate too. If you're talking about specific chocolates, there is also a sheet telling you what each chocolate is called and what's in it. 3. Most boxes of chocolates I have had before, so I know exactly what's in them. Also sayings that have literally become the opposite of their original meaning. Blood is thicker than water, family is best, right? Original saying, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Literal exact meaning. Let's see what some other people wrote. I could care less, incorrect. You get what you pay for. It's not always the case. You can't love someone else until you love yourself. That's absolute horseshit. I hated myself for most of my life, but I still love my kids, family, friends, and, when I am in a relationship, my partner. He who smelt it dealt it. Come on. Let's take a look at some other comments. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Sticks and stones only hurt for a very short time. Names can hurt for a lifetime. Trickle-down economy. Hard work pays off. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Let's look at some more comments. There's no bad children, only bad parents. That's BS. Great parents can get horrible children and terrible parents can get lovely children. Blood is thicker than water. It's basically an excuse to stay with family who abuse you. You can stop seeing family who mistreat you. Just because they are family doesn't mean you have to put up with it. That which doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Demonstrably false. All manner of people are emotionally or physically shattered by various traumas, and they are definitely not stronger. It's all part of God's plan. Really? Come on, now. Here are some more comments I found. Avoid X like the plague. We now know that people don't actually avoid the plague at all. It's going to get easier, so far I've only learned to work with it. Fake it till you make it. And people wonder why everybody has imposter syndrome. Time heals all wounds. It's mainly said when someone loses a loved one as someone that's lost someone close. It's not true. You never heal from it, you learn and cope to live with the pain of it. Let's see what some other people wrote. In France we have one which says, "He who does not say a word consents, it's so fucked up." The customer is always right. 25 years of working in jobs where I deal with the general public has taught me many things. One of which is that this saying is complete bullshit. Yes, we rely on customers for a business to work and survive. But no, it doesn't give you the right to act like a selfish, entitled prick. Everything happens for a reason. My mum has spent the last 20 years of her life suffering with MS. 5 of which they thought were strokes, so gave her the wrong meds that fast-tracked her body's failure. She's entered the last stage of multiple sclerosis 5 years ago at the age of 43. She looks twice her age, can't walk or do anything for herself and has brain damage. Why? So she can be a husk of a woman at 47? So she can be tested? What type of fucking test is that? The universe is random and cruel, things just happen. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What about a spine injury that leaves you paralyzed? Let's see what other comments there are. It's all downhill from here, when going downhill is much more of a pleasure than struggling uphill, is it not? The best things in life are free. There are plenty of other fish in the sea. And it won't matter one damn bit if you don't have the right kind of bait. Everyone else is out there catching them but me. A corollary to this is, there's somebody for everyone. For me, this has yet to be proven. If you can't explain it in simple terms, you must not know it very well. I have a literal PhD in electrical engineering and I started working on a second one in quantum mechanics. I love that shit. While I can probably give a very simple high-level explanation, when someone asks about a very complex topic, there are some things which need a very detailed and complex explanation. Especially if they ask a very stupid question about it. Also, there is no scientific basis for that statement. It's something stupid people say to make themselves think they are smarter than they are. Let's look at some more comments. Everything happens for a reason. This makes zero sense. People only say that to protect them from the fact of how uncertain life is. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I prefer the proper version. An eye for an eye leaves everyone blind. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. The pen is mightier than the sword. Those who say the pen is mightier than the sword obviously never encountered automatic machine guns. Let's take a look at some other comments. Sky's the limit. There are footprints on the moon, yo. It's a part of God's plan. So, kids having cancer is a part of His plan? If you love what you do for a living, you'll never work a day in your life. I love what I do. I get fulfillment from it. I'm passionate about it. I obsess over it and it makes me a ton of money, but it's still work. In Spanish we have, a caballo regalado no se le mira el diente, which basically means that if you are getting something for free, you can't complain, no matter how shitty it is. Let's see what some other people wrote. You can sleep when you're dead. No, we all need sleep now. Cheaters never win. There's someone for everyone. Oh, trust me, no there isn't. Treat others the way you want to be treated, not really false, but more like just bad advice. If you're nice to someone who's mean to you, they'll just walk all over you. Also telling kids, if they tease you it means they have a crush on you. First of all, it teaches kids to just allow people to be mean to them, and it makes them think that when they're in a relationship when they're older, their partner can be abusive, and it just means they like them. Let's see what some other people wrote. I never understood, you can't have your cake and eat it too, WTF else are you gonna do with cake? All you need is love. I think this is total bullshit. Yeah, love is great, but it does not overcome all. It does not fix all. It does not save all. I find these two contradict each other. The pen is mightier than the sword. Actions speak louder than words. Boys will be boys. Done countless damage to millions of people. Let's see what some other people wrote. Money can't buy you happiness, bullshit. Let's look at some more comments. It's what it's. We're out of comments for today. Come back tomorrow for another video. In the meantime, leave a comment with your stories and thoughts below. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more. Until next time, listeners.